Today I have an absolute treat for all of you back at home. We're watching the #1 Fiddlesticks in all of the world, who is absolutely dominating solo queue right now, and we're going to be seeing how he carries games in the jungle. Now his room page is as follows. He took First Strike into Hextech, Flash Traption, Futures Market, Cosmic Insight, secondary tree he took Ghost Poro, and Ultimate Hunter for, of course, those alts, taking double adaptive force and health. Now this is a really great room page, so I highly recommend you guys run this in your own solo queue games. But with that being said, we're now gonna go ahead and watch how he plays the game. We can see for items, he did indeed start with Gust Walker Hatchling. No potion is needed on Fiddlesticks jungle, so do not pick that up. And he is hovering around the top side of his jungle to ensure he does not get invaded. You can notice that his matchup is against Talia here, and Talia is very active in the earlier stages of the game. She does like to invade and cheese. So just making sure she's not going to invade is key to ensure that you have a good start to your own jungle. Now we can see we're now going to rotate over to the bottom side of the river just to ensure that we're also safe on this front as well. Now with Fiddlesticks, you actually can start either bot side or top side jungle. Generally speaking, when you're against a matchup such as Talia that is actually very hard, you're going to want to start on your top side jungle. Now with this, you can of course start on Raptors, which is what we're going to see right here, because you take this very quickly with your W. As we can see right here, your W will hit every single camp and you're going to clear this extremely quickly. And we're of course going to be saving our smite. Never use smite on Raptors. Never, ever, ever. I repeat. And you can drag the Raptor over as it dies to your Gust Walker, and then you can proceed to do a really cool trick right here. You actually drag the red buff over to the wall right here, and then you smite the Krugs over the wall after you get vision of it with your W. This allows you to clear much faster, and I see basically no Fiddlesticks at low elo actually go ahead and do this. So practice this in Practice Tool to get the hang of it, so you can go ahead and do this in your own games. And then you're going to notice that your clear speed will go up quite a bit. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, he's cleared his entire top side of the jungle, ladies and gentlemen. That is extremely fast. And now we're going to see a couple other very neat tricks happen on the bot side of the jungle here. So we're going to be paying very close attention to what he does here in order to clear his jungle very quickly. Of course, kiting the wolves over to his blue buff, and then he hits the blue with his E, and then he hits both wolves and blue buff at the same time with his W to get the execute on the wolves as he makes use of his W on the blue buff as well. And then we're going to start dragging the blue buffs shortly, once it's at about, we can see here, 600 health towards the Grump. And then you can go ahead and get the execute on the blue buff, and then you can take your Grump as well. And you can preserve your smite here. You've essentially done a full clear of your jungle by 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I mean, that's absolutely absurd. You can now go over to the bottom Scuttle Crab, and because we start at top side jungle, Talia most likely is going to be over here now, assuming she did a standard start on the bottom side here. So you can simply just walk into her jungle, drop a ward to get some vision, and have your smite saved for the Scuttle Crab, which is going to be very easy to take now. You just simply smite that, get the execute damage off your W, and then you can either look to invade here or go for a gank. Now, of course, Katarina is pretty far up here, and we do have Ari, so we can easily get a crowd control combo there. And it looks like she's just barely going to get out, unfortunately. But this is actually worth it because we traded flash for flash. And now that we see Talia showing here, what are we going to do? We're going to take the top Scuttle Crab because we know that she actually now started top side as we did. Probably because she was looking to invade in the early game, which did not end up working out for her. So overall, a fantastic start to the game. We're out jungling our enemy here. And now we can look to go back to our Krugs because those just spawned. And now we could do another full clear of our jungle, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Grump, because of course, Wolves and Grump will be respawning very shortly. And as you can see right here, we're up farm greatly on Talia. She's at 25. We're at 33, and we're about to get this lead even more ahead now because our clear speed is much faster. And with the recent changes on patch 13.20, Fiddlesticks is much stronger than he was previously because farm junglers, with how the camp's XP scales over the course of the game now, because they made it actually scale harder, as well as their health, is better. Farming junglers are just better, simply put, during patch 13.20. Now here we're actually going to look to recall because the camps start actually scaling level by level now. For every level you get, the camps go up in health, which makes them quite a bit more difficult to kill. So we're just going to go ahead and get some mastery penetration here and boots so that we can go across the map and be more active and gank some more. Now that Katarina does not have flash, we're going to be looking to get a kill mid, right? And this, of course, is going to be a great use of Hex flash right here. We can simply just get over the wall, and that's why I like taking this as well, because of course with your ultimate you can easily set up plays with Hex flash there, and overall it's just a great spell on Fiddlesticks to get ganks off that you normally wouldn't be able to as well, and just speed up your clear a little bit in little ways like that. Of course, normally we're always going to be saving our smite for Gromp. Fun fact on Fiddlesticks, smiting any camp but your blue buff, your red buff, or your Gromp does not actually increase your clear speed on any of those camps because of your W and how that works. Your W will kill like the smaller wolves and whatnot around the same time. And this is another example of Hex Flash, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, going on the priority target, Tristana, who is overextended here. Free kill for Nyla there. And we should be able to also chase down the Pike here. If Talia wasn't there, of course. But Talia did show up for the counter gank, so we're going to go into the bush and ult back in. And those are 2 free kills because we do see Ahri coming down. Just absolutely expert gameplay here. They overextended. They got punished. Fantastic. Micro. And now we can look to go ahead and take Scuttle Crab and then Dragon right after. Now, Katarina is not someone that we can 1 versus 1, so we will need Ahri to be there if we're going to want to go for that. But it is possible for us to look for a timer here, right? Because Ahri is walking back to lane. So we could wait around for that, but it looks like we're going to be opting to just recall here and buy items, which is the less greedy option. I will say that that was gankable because we do know that Katarina does not have flash, of course. We still have that cooldown for a little bit. Now, we did recall and get the Hex Tech Alternator. Now, this is, of course, going to be going into a Rocket Belt. Or I think it's called Proto Belt now, rather. Shout out to anyone who remembers the Rocket Belt days. But we're going to go ahead and take, of course, our top side now. Red buff has indeed respawned. And you can see that we hit level 6 much faster than Talia did. That's just the power of Fiddlesticks. And of course, we're going to drag this over to the Krugs once again. And we're going to look to just clear out these camps here. One by one. And we can take these both at the same time. Excellent use of the execute damage there on the red buff. And now we're just going to be looking to go ahead and set up ganks. As soon as our ult's back off cooldown, it's going to be about 26 seconds for ult to come back up now. Now we can see a lane gank is actually on the horizon here. Perfect timing here. We can see Renekton is slow pushing this wave. So once the minions crash, which are going to be there in just a few seconds, it's going to push up. And this is going to look to be a pretty free kill. Garen does have ultimate. Renekton ult is still on cooldown for just a little bit longer. So we can see the trade is beginning. Our ult's back up. We get the fear. And Garen's just going to press R here. And that is a very free kill. Now instantly over to Rift Herald. We want to go ahead and take that, of course. That is a free Herald. Talia is not happy about that one. So their bot lane at this point in time most likely are looking to take Dragon. So that's why we're taking Herald here. Any single time that you gank top lane, you essentially are going to want to go ahead and take Herald right after if you get a kill. Just because the enemy jungler, if they're rotating properly, will be looking to take Dragon. But we can see that their Talia is actually dropping the ball here in Master Elo. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 0.01% of players do not take objectives at the right time all the time. Now they are pinging on their way over. So she may be going for it now, but it's kind of late. It's really risky now because now we have the recall in and we can actually look to go over here and we have vision of this happening. So now because Talia waited so long to do this, well, we can see here that, yeah, It's looking like we can actually rotate over now and get there in time for the contest. We just got to let Neela get this wave in. It looks like Fiddlesticks doesn't have the confidence, probably because his ultimate isn't up. If I were Fiddlesticks, I would have went for that just because we do have a very strong lead and the recall, but slight mistake here, macro-wise, I think, to not go for that play. But that's okay. I think he's just wanting to take the safe route here. Because with Fiddlesticks, you don't need to make these types of plays. You don't need to go for these plays because we already know we're going to be outscaling Renekton, Talia, Tristana, Katarina. Fiddlesticks is a late game monster. And we do have Ultimate Hunter and a lot of kills. So we're just going to be on a really low cooldown just carrying every single team fight. So with that being said, we can now look for a play in the bot lane. You can see that it looks like they might just get a kill here. Going for the counter gank. Very well played there from the enemy team. Tristana is not going to jump in here because Fiddle did show. Slight mistake. You could have stayed outside of vision and let Tristana jump in and then ulted right away because we know Tristana's ult was down. So she can't cancel our channel. And that would be a pretty free kill. But just chose a little early on that one. Just a little bit early. It's okay though. We're now going to go ahead and take our blue buff here and just look to do another full clear of the jungle and look for ganks wherever we possibly can. Always just looking around on the minimap, seeing which lanes are overextended, looking for potential counter ganks. We can see that Talia's going up here, but there's no chance that she kills Garen here unless Garen gets caught by the W, and he does. So Garen goes down. We're now just going to wait for the bot lane because we know Talia's now top. There's going to be no counter gank chances here, right? So we're going to look for this right here. This double kill. Very good bait here from our ADC player. And Tristana is, of course, going to fall. And very shortly thereafter, Pyke should be dead here as well. We just got to make sure that we do not let him get a free escape. And we're going to be good. Pyke just barely doesn't make it out there, but he actually does get over the wall. And so this is going to be a little bit of a goose chase. Ari's, of course, going to be here as well, just to ensure that he does not get out. And Ari picks that up. She says, thank you very much. And now we're going to look to drop the Herald in the bot lane, of course, because this tower is very low. So Herald will pretty much always take two tower plates. So with this being said, if we get this to the 2-plate zone, it will pretty much kill the tower from here. It's going to leave it really low. Just a few autos of health. And then we can see that their entire lanes are here pretty much. We get the fear on the Katarina, and that's a free kill. Very well played. And the tower is going to indeed fall to minions. And now we can just look to get out. We got the kill. We got the tower. This is looking really clean. We now just go ahead and farm our jungle. We don't waste time on Fiddlesticks. And we're going to look to get our reset soon because, of course, our mythic item Spike is incredibly powerful on this champion. The amount of extra chase you have after you ult in, the bonus movement speed you get from the active from Rocket Belt after you use it towards enemy champions just allows you to stick to people that much more aggressively, especially when you have blue smite paired on top of that. So we're just going to be going ahead and preparing ourselves for the next dragon team fight because we could pretty much just win the game right then and there. We love that. Now we can see mid lane. Bot lane, of course, going mid lane now because we got the bot tower. And we're just going to get our reset in. And we're most likely just going to get the rocket belt here. And maybe a couple other item components, depending on how much money we got. Yeah, we get a needlessly large rod. We'd love to see that. Getting a needlessly large rod early game on Fiddlesticks, it feels so good. And we're going to see just how much damage this does very soon. Because we're going to get a team fight around Dragon most likely, because Dragon is indeed spawning in 55 seconds. We can see Garen and Fiddlesticks both pinged that. So we know that our player here has full intentions of fighting for that with ultimate. And we're going to see just how he sets up his ultimate around these objectives with his passive to sweep out vision, okay? This is going to be a really important learning moment for all of you guys here. So we're going to be paying very close attention. We can see we're already looking to set up picks here around vision. Ari does ult, so she's not going to have this for the team fight. And she does pick up a kill there, very clean. And she gets out. Katarina comes in though to pick up that kill, and she does indeed get it. We're going to go ahead and ult in here just outside of vision, and Katarina is going to die to our execute there on her W. But we also have to be careful because Talia can indeed one-shot us if we get a little bit too close to her. But we can see right there just how effective Fiddlesticks ult can be. Now, we did miss the ult, so I want to jump back just a few seconds here. Just so you guys can see just how he set this up, right? In the middle of the lane, he doesn't care. He knows that they're CC'd and we have flash, so we can just get right in there, and then we can just pick up the kill. We saw the rest from here. So we're going to go ahead and just fast forward, and then, of course, to Dragon. Now, Dragon here, Infernal, is going to be really great, especially considering we are going to be going for a ton of ability power items like the Needless. It's just going to scale extra well with our kit. And we are going to notice a sizable damage increase with that being there. So the plan here is, of course, Dragon. Oh, Talia went for the steal there. Nice try. Nice try. But no cigar on that one. Our wolves just spawned, so we're going to go ahead and clear that. And then we're most likely going to look for a reset after we go ahead and clear out our jungle. We want to take the Herald here by the looks of it. He's pinging the team over. As jungle, you got to take initiative, guys. Ping your team. Tell them to get objectives. Right. This allows you to just make plays happen. Got to make your intentions known. Ping, 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 spam, spam, spam. Make sure everyone in the game is frustrated with how much pings you have as jungle. Make your presence known to your team and the enemy, you know? You want everyone to know. And this is going to be a very free Herald. It's hard for the enemy team to walk in here just because of the amount of vision control that our Rakan set up. Very strong player here, of course. And that is a free Herald. We're going to pick that up. And this is just great for snowballing, guys. Now, our ultimate's off cooldown, right? So what do? Well, we look to set up plays, right? What are we going to do? We're just going to hang out in bushes, wait for the enemy team to overextend. And if there's no plays to be made, that's okay. Just go back to your jungle and farm. It's that simple. You scale, right? You always have that. So if nothing's happening, you're scaling. And our team's picking up kills here, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead and just simply pick up our camps here, right? Now, if you're playing a late game scaling champion like Fiddlesticks and you're ever against like a Talia that needs to make something happen early and they're losing their early game, I can guarantee you they're already very tilted in considering to FF. So the only thing you need to do is not make any bad plays and die for free. That's literally it. And just continuously wait for the safe, strong play to do, as this Fiddlesticks player is doing so well, and you'll win games. And like in gold elo, in silver elo, in plat, you guys will be winning 100% of your games if you're playing like that. I guarantee it. You might lose the occasional game if you're a little bit unlucky, but that's it. Just if you're a little bit unlucky, right? Now we can see here, just setting up picks around, you know, vision, guys. That's what you do is every single time you have ults. We saw Pyke briefly on vision over here, so we're going to go ahead and just chunk him out. We can't kill him here, but we got him to below half, right? So that's great. That's going to really help this push. And now what do? Well, we just set up our vision and we just look to ult over walls here. Look at this. We just go in, we get everyone pushed off the tower, and we get a free kill on their ADC. These are the types of plays you can do on Fiddlesticks. Nobody can walk into you. And now the enemy team is trying to make something happen here, but they are forcing just a little bit too much. And Garen comes in and we're just going to win this. Just pressing W here, and you know, nothing for Renekton really to be able to do here. We're just gonna he's gonna get chased down, and we're because we can't really provide much there. Instead of chasing, we're just gonna help push the mid lane so that the Herald can crash in and pretty much just end the game here, guys. The enemy team at this point in time, I guarantee you, are just getting ready to forfeit. Like, there's no real shot of them winning this game here. So we just go ahead and get the tower here with the minions, and we're gonna go ahead and look for a reset shortly. We want to set up for the Baron, which is going to be spawning in about a minute. And once we get that, it's pretty much just game over. We're going to set up vision, you know, around Baron now. That's what we want to focus on. Get our little scarecrows set up. And we can see right there, the enemy team FFs. GG, easy. If you guys liked today's video, you learned something new, smash the like button, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.